to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. I told you I would be back with breaking news, and sure enough, we got it right now. Of course, the Tom Brady news wasn't enough for the night, was it, webheads? Huh? According to Adam Schefter of ESPN, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have agreed to a new year deal. It's what it seems like, a new year all over again. It is a new year. Center Ryan Jensen, 3 years, $39 million. Now, it was originally thought that he would take about 15 to 16 million, but if you figure that out, and I'm no math whiz, that would be $13 million. By the way, this is the Sports Web, the evolution of Sports Talk Television, live here on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and Amped Up Sports. Guys, what do you think about this night in general? This is unbelievable, and sure enough, the dominoes have started to fall as Tom Brady announced he's coming back for his 23rd year with the Bucs, and now you have Ryan Jensen. The Bucs have a plan, obviously, at this point, as we talked about. And the main focus would be this offensive line, as they focused on Erin Stinney, getting him signed to a one-year contract, and now Ryan Jensen. So is the next player to sign for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, will it be Alex Kappa? Let's hear from you guys. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Justin here. Bro, your line is doing overtime, my guy. Absolutely. We're going to have it. We're going to definitely have the breaking news throughout the day, throughout the night, because free agency, we are on the eve of it. The legal tampering period takes place at noon tomorrow on Monday. Like I told you, I will be on at 1 o'clock, but if something breaks, you never know. I work from home, and there's a reason for that. So I can get you your breaking news when it comes here. Melissa Grove says, let's go. Absolutely. Fire the cannons for that. 3 years, $39 million for Jensen. Absolute steal. A Pro Bowler last year, made his first Pro Bowler, and there was some worry by Buccaneer fans out there to figure out if this guy was going to come back. Of course, coming into this whole free agency period, this team didn't even know if they were going to have Tom Brady. But now that they know that Tom Brady is coming back, here are all the free agents coming back with him. All right, let's go out to Michael here. Sure enough, the GOAT is back, and time to go for Brady's 8th ring and Tampa Bay's 3rd. Love it. Hell yeah, says Melissa Grove. Yash says, O-line, told you, let it begin. Let it begin. Whoa! Yes, and let's go ahead and give you the Byron Leftwich.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Antonio says, not surprised, not surprised. Mike says, who replaces Marpette? Erin Stinney. I think Erin Stinney is in line for this point to be the starting left guard, unless he goes to the right guard position and they don't re-sign a Kappa. Because as you know, Stinney in the Super Bowl year replaced Kappa when he got hurt. And there was no fall off. That's why it was so important for Jason Light and the crew over there at One Buccaneer Place, working overtime as we speak. Love those guys. And by the way, is this not the greatest organization right now besides the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Tampa Bay area? I mean, honestly, give it up for the Glazers. Give it up for Jason Light. Give it up for Mike Greenberg and all the parties associated with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team, because they had a plan. And the plan has been executed, and it's going to continue to be executed. Antonio says, Bucks win Super Bowl, it's a fairy tale. Michael says, Tom Brady has a plan. His plan is to be the man who's under center for Tampa Bay. 2022-2023 season, go Bucks. Good stuff. I see somebody texting me right now. I'm live. I don't know why you're texting me, because I got the breaking news of the night right now. As always, Javon says, we re-signed Kappa and draft a left guard. Well, that's possible. But look, if you've already signed Jensen, you've already signed Stinney. If you get Kappa, your offensive line is intact. You don't have to worry about that. That's why I keep on saying free agency is the biggest indicator for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. Whatever they do in free agency, you don't have to do in the draft. So if you get Kappa signed, guess what? Offensive line, not a big-time need, in my opinion. It's not. Let's go out to Sandra Nagel here, watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web with I Love St. Pete and Amped Up Sports. Absolutely, betus.com, and of course the hub. Yash says this is just the start. I agree. And no matter what time it is here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, we'll go live. We'll go live with the breaking news of the day here. Let's go out to Christopher Cole, Webhead himself. Here we go. Let the fun begin, as it will. Want to get out to I Love St. Pete here because I think they have some comments. I can't necessarily see them, but let's get out to them really quick. Let's see if there's any comments. We do have it. Okay, let me turn down the phone here. Again, the open phone line is open, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. As the breaking news of the night is not only is Tom Brady returned for his 23rd year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with his announcement earlier on tonight as we went live, but also now Ryan Jensen, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, has signed a new contract, 3 years, $39 million, $13 million for a Pro Bowl center. So I tell you what, let's go ahead, shift gears here. Let me go ahead and plug the phone line in. Here we go. Let's go out to Mr. Eric Moreno. Welcome to the Evolution. Your thoughts on all the breaking news of the night. Welcome to the Evolution.
Tom Brady, man, just man, me and my friends were going crazy, man. It's like, man, this is real, and like Tom Brady's back, Jensen. So hopefully that just man, it's just crazy.
It is crazy. You feel a lot. You feel relieved at this point, right, Eric? I mean, you didn't know who the quarterback is coming into today. The rumors were that they were going to pursue a Deshaun Watson or a Baker Mayfield or Teddy Bridgewater or go with the Blaine Gabbert or Kyle Trask, and nothing against those guys. But at the end of the day, you know, and I put this out there during the first monologue, that Tom Brady gives you the best chance to win a Super Bowl, right? And now you get back his Pro Bowl center and a Ryan Jensen.
Yep.
So, all right, what else?
Hopefully the other dominoes fall. We'll see. I'm sure the Bucs will open up more cap space, maybe extend Shaq and maybe some other pieces. I'm sure the other dominoes will fall.
Yeah, and it's looking like a lot of the dominoes are about to fall. Of course, we got legal tampering tomorrow at noon. We'll be live here at 1 o'clock or earlier unless there's something breaks, and you never know. If it breaks in the morning, we'll have it here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live on the hub. I Love St. Pete and Amped Up Sports. Anything else, buddy?
Love the show, Peter. Keep it going, man.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you. You're the reason why we do this show in the first place. Let me go ahead and give you the woo.
Woo!
Let me go ahead and fire the cannons. Let me give you the Byron Leftwich.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Appreciate the call as always, Eric. All right?
All right, have a good night, Peter.
All right, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's keep on reading these comments, and then if we don't get enough calls, then we'll call it a night again, and we'll see what happens. We'll have the breaking news for you here on the Sports Web, but a big-time signing by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they ink Ryan Jensen, 3 years, $39 million, $13 million a year. So maybe not as much money spent on the center position after all, huh? Because the rumors were, and this is according to Pewter Report and other sources, that he was looking for a bigger type of deal. 15, 16, 17 million dollars. That's not to be. $13 million. So you get back your Pro Bowl center. You got Erin Stinney back. It kind of softens the blow, if you will, of Ali Marpette retiring. This also, according to T. Kraz's Twitter, who works for 95.3 WDAE, who has a close connection with Ali Marpette. Ali is not going to come out of retirement. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow as we get that, but that is what's going on. So to me, it's more important at this juncture to see if you can get Alex Kappa signed. Because if you can get Alex Kappa signed, then basically your line is coming back more intact. I get it. Ali Marpette is not going to be there. He's retired, but you still have quality pieces there with a Stinney who's played before. when Kappa was injured, he didn't lose a beat. He didn't miss a beat. 727-255-0391. Let's go out. Well, Antonio, if you want to call in and it will be nice to put up the number. So let me do that. I didn't realize I didn't put up the number. If you guys don't know it by now, 727-255-0391 as I'm producing as we speak here. There we go right there. If you guys want to call in, we'll keep on reading your comments as always. All right, let's go out to Antonio. Antonio, welcome to the Evolution. What do you have to say? Turn down your phone a little bit.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Antonio.
What's going on, buddy? Just turn down your phone just a little bit so I can hear you, not hear
man, I just broke my heart with Jensen, man.
Yeah? Just broke your heart. How come?
I'm sorry about that. I'll be right there. My bad.
Hello? Okay, go ahead, Antonio.
Hey, you got me?
I got you, buddy. Talk to me.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, y'all done broke my heart, man.
Why's up?
I thought Jensen was a BL Bengal, man. my boy Joey B.
Who dat? Who day, right? Who day?
I about threw my phone against the wall, man. I was like, God dang it, man.
Well,
I thought we had a good one.
Yeah, and again, we talked about this. Is Brady came back tonight in that announcement, you had to believe that not only is he a great recruiter, but the Bucs as an organization had a plan, and they were trying to keep the majority or the core of their free agents, and they thought Jensen was one of those players.
Exactly. And I knew if Brady didn't come back, which I knew he was going to come, like he wanted to, I don't know, he was going to come back.
Yeah.
If he came back, Jensen was for sure was going to come back. So,
yeah.
And that was the end of it. So
yeah.
I'm upset. I'm happy for y'all though, but Bengals will have to keep looking.
Well, you better start looking, and I've heard that they may be interested in Alex Kappa, as they should, because look, Kappa's young, about 25, 26 years old, has played well, so we'll see what the market brings unless the Bucs sign him before the free agency bell goes off, and of course the legal tampering period starts at noon tomorrow. You're a Bengals fan, and you got to work on that offensive line, right?
That's yeah, definitely, and that's what kills us in the Super Bowl. So our mindset has to be on the old line.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's it, old line.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens, and I'm expecting a good year for us again, but anything could happen.
Anything can happen. I agree with you. You got to build an offensive line. About Joe Burrow. Yeah, I mean, were you surprised by hearing that announcement that Brady was going to come back? Or did you always think it would happen? No?
It was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
Okay.
And I wasn't surprised at all. But I'm happy for y'all. So
we're happy down here. We're happy down here because there was a lot of Bucs fans, and I said it, best after the season, after they lost to the Rams. You got to have faith in this organization that they know what they're doing. And the plan has started as soon as Tom Brady announced tonight he was coming back for his 23rd year. Now we have Ryan Jensen, and we'll see what they do next year. Maybe possibly a long-term deal with Chris Godwin to free up some money. We know what they know what they're doing over there at One Buccaneer Place. That's for sure. So
yeah, that guy Jensen's a bully, man.
Yep.
I love that guy.
Yep, he is.
But,
he absolutely is, Antonio. He is.
I got one thing to say though.
Yes.
I will see y'all in the Super Bowl and Who Day.
Who Day. All right. There you go. Good stuff, my friend. Thanks a lot. Don't be a stranger here on the Evolution. All right.
Definitely. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Hey, I'm always open to it. I love the NFL fans out there. No matter if you're a Buccaneer fan, a Bengal fan, always welcome here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and of course, Amped Up Sports. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go back out to the comments here. This football team will be better football team than the past season's team. Could lose more games, though, because it's a tougher schedule. So we'll see how that works out, right? Because it's a tough schedule. But, you say that every year as a Bucs fan, and what you come to find out is not for long. Some of these teams that you think are good could take a step back. You're in the best position right now if you're a Bucs fan with having Brady back for his 23rd year. Let's keep on reading these comments from Michael. This could make history, be a football team that was favored to win the Super Bowl last year and not win it all, then fall down in the yard because Brady's retirement to come back and be one of the few favorites to win this year. History is on its way. Dave says, if we get Lenny and Gronk back, we sweep the NFL South, no question. And that's the great thing about it, right? Because you look at the NFC South right now, it's in flux. It is. You got the Saints who don't have Sean Payton anymore, have Dennis Allen. I think he'll do a good job, but who's the quarterback? Reports would suggest that they would be in on the Deshaun Watson. We'll see. We'll see if the Carolina Panthers can get Deshaun Watson. That was the rumor for the day, that the Bucs were going to be aggressive. And now you don't have to do that. You don't have to give up multiple picks and multiple players. Did you see what the Seattle Seahawks got for Russell Wilson? A team has got to trade at least that or more for Deshaun Watson, who's 26 years old. I get it. He may be suspended, but he's a younger option. So, in my opinion, the Bucs dodge a bullet there. And, of course, you get the greatest quarterback of all time back with the center, Ryan Jensen. That is the breaking news. That's why we went live here on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and Amped Up Sports. Ryan Jensen, 3 years, $39 million, according to Adam Schefter. So, yes, Lenny and Gronk. Could that be the next shoe to fall or the next domino to fall? Could it be Gronkowski comes back? I think he does. Why would he want to play for anybody else besides his quarterback and Tom Brady? Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to learn a new offense? I get it. People say, well, you know, he had comments about Joe Burrow playing with him and Buffalo Bills and all this. No, he's going to be here. I think he's going to be here. I think that's the reason why Brady also come back, because he had some assurances, if you will, not only by the organization, but by players around him that they would come back and try to do it again. All right, let's go out to Melissa Grove here. Lenny, absolutely. Dave, wish Tampa Bay could sign Andrew Norwell to take over at left guard. Well, you may get Alex Kappa to go with the right guard, his natural position, and Erin Stinney at left. I don't think that's a bad proposition. Do you? Stinney, look, we saw it. He came in the right guard situation when Alex Kappa got hurt. Didn't miss a beat. The offensive line was as aggressive, if anything else. Very good. So I feel confident that this is the focus, as it should be, because as we always talk about in this show, you know, you've got to protect the 44-year-old quarterback. You can't have him take hits like he did in the Rams game. And you're getting Tristan Wirfs back from injury. So if you can get Kappa signed, then you're focused on your offensive line. It's set. Then you got to worry about the other things. And that's possibly getting Godwin to a long-term deal, freeing up more money, possibly re-signing a Carlton Davis. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. What's the status on a JPP? What's the status on a Sue? Not everybody's going to come back on this team, but they're going to bring the core players back. 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. So, yes, I understand where you're coming from, but I think they're more concerned about signing their own players. Let's go out to Jay Garrison, $26 million guaranteed for Ryan Jensen. There you go. Thank you very much for that update. Let's go out to Michael here. We need to figure it out. What's going on at running back position rather than re-sign Leonard Fournette or draft somebody in the first round at running back, which they need to sign Leonard back to a deal? Well, we'll see. We'll see what the market is at this point. The market could be 5 to 6 million. It could be 8 to 10. Does he price himself out? Is he more motivated to come back because Tom Brady's coming back, because Ryan Jensen is coming back? I think he's more motivated. I think it's the latter. I don't think it's going out there and seeking a deal. You know, there's something about being comfortable, right? I mean, you could go out there and chase money if you want to, or you could be comfortable and have an opportunity to possibly win another Super Bowl with the division the way it is right now. All right, let's go out to Yaj here. We need to make the defense stronger. Agree with that. Let's go out to Jay. Ryan's agent has been hammering it all day long. They know about it for the days as well. I don't know what that means. Buccaneers have at least the second best odds going into next year in the NFC. We read that tonight. Bucs went from 20-1 to 10-1 as soon as Tom Brady made the announcement. And in case you missed it, let me go ahead and read it again to you, as he was quoted as saying this on his Twitter. That's when we went live earlier on tonight. These past 2 months, I realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates. I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back from my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business. LFG.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Jay says, Bengals were going to come close to that figure. Ryan got here. We could have lost him that easily. Agree. We knew the Bengals were going to be on it. We heard about teams during this whole process, Jay, that were going to be in on it. The Jets were interested. There were other teams out there that would be. And look, if you're the Jets, you've got to overpay a guy like that, right? Because Ryan is not going to come there for $13 million. He may go out there, get $15, $16, $17 million. We've seen bad teams do that, and that's the reason why they're bad teams. But when you're a bad team, you got to overpay for free agents. That's not to say Jensen didn't deserve it. It's just that he took a little bit less than originally thought for the Bucs and Tom Brady. So there you go. All right, let's go out to Jay again. The Brady effect. Let's all give a collective sigh of relief. Agree. I think there's a lot of Bucs fans right now with a sigh of relief for this. Let's go out to Jay. We said that. Sorry. Jensen is the key to the old line. Stinney can take over for Kappa. Got to find a left guard. Or you re-sign a Kappa. That could be the focus. Maybe they're able to fit that monies under the salary cap. Or you're right. You could go with a Zion Johnson at 27 or another guard because it is a year for offensive linemen. We'll get into more of that here in the next couple of days. Michael says, we got to see Brady versus Burrow matchup like we should have saw in the regular season last year, especially in the Super Bowl last year. Let's go out to Dave. Does Davis take a discount now? I don't know. It's a great point. I mean, if you franchise him, he's $17 million. So maybe he does. I mean, Sean the Sports Don mentioned that tonight. Maybe he takes a 1-year deal, takes less than he would get to go for that Super Bowl, right? Second one in 3 years. I don't know yet. We'll see. The guard free agent from Washington Commanders, Brandon Sheriff. Absolutely. It's a good move if the Bucs decide to move on. Let's go out to Tony. Coaching and injuries killed us in 2021. Coaching has to improve. Everything has to improve, but especially the injury situation. I think the injury situation made it a lot worse, right? Because anytime you're missing a Tristan Wirfs against the Rams, you saw it. He's one of your best offensive linemen. And then you miss both of your weapons in a Chris Godwin and an Antonio Brown who quit on this team. So they have work to do. And I think the main work is to get Chris Godwin under a long-term deal so you free up that money to sign other free agents at this juncture. And what you're watching right now is the evolution of Sports Talk Television late edition with breaking news. Ryan Jensen, 3 years, $39 million, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN. That's $13 million a year, according to Jay there. Garrison, 26 guaranteed. So good stuff. Let's see here. And again, the coaches, look, this is great about the Bucs, right? Because everybody figured that they weren't going to have Byron Leftwich or Todd Bowles. They're getting both of them back. They've had very few coaching changes on this coaching staff. That's great. That's only going to help here going forward, in my opinion. Dave says, Godwin tagged and they knew Jensen was going to sign back. Told Brady and he said LFG again. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Let's go out to Yaj. Keep up the great work, Peter. Bring your passion. Absolutely. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense here on the Evolution. It has been a crazy day because I thought that we would have some quarterback news, but I didn't necessarily think it was going to be the greatest of all time coming back. I did not. I thought it would be more Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, something along those lines, especially Watson with all the rumors we heard throughout the day. We'll crazy. Remy Flower says, keep going, Peter Blake. Bay life or no life, baby. So proud of you. Keep going. Absolutely. We shall do that. Woo! Thank you very much. Let's go out to Dave here. Screw the schedule. Got to play the games. Brady is a huge equalizer. And I mentioned this tonight. that little stat there by Phil Yates. How many times has he lost a playoff game and then the next year won a Super Bowl? Huh? Guess what happened last year? Huh? He lost a playoff game. Guess what? On that schedule of things to come, it says now he's supposed to win a Super Bowl. Just saying. Just saying. And I think there's going to be extra motivation there for this team to do it. They got moves to make? Absolutely. Of course they do. Nothing's easy in the National Football League. That's why they call it not for long. And that's why you got to go year by year with signing players. Let's go out to Dustin here. Brady should sign a 4-year extension. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's going to do at this point, honestly. I'd like to know. Let's see here. Got some comments from I Love St. Pete. We'll get to that in a moment. But, again, you believe that they are going to be able to sign some type of deal. Now, how long Brady wants to play, he just said he's coming back this year. Okay, so we'll take it from, is there a possibility they redo a deal or something along those lines? Again, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know, capology. I don't. I failed math in college. I'm a sports broadcaster. What I can tell you is that what Jason Light and the crew over there at One Buccaneer Place has done is amazing, and they will have a plan to free up more money to sign as many free agents as possible. All 24? Naive. I'm not ridiculous. They're not going to bring everybody back. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Not sure if it should happen. Maybe you need some new blood. Maybe you need to you'll focus on that draft, and now you're going to be able to do that. But you're going to get your core back, and that's the key. All right, let's go out to Michael. So you thought you had a shot, Saints and Falcons. Pampers, bring the GOAT back. Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? I mean, how many Saints fans right now are crying in their beer that Tom Brady is coming back? And I get it. The Saints have dominated the Bucs during the regular season, but when they faced them in the playoffs, guess what happened? They forget. Remind them tonight, especially if they come at you. Remind them tonight. All right, let's go out to Michael. Hey, Peter, who do you think is the most pissed off NFL team that Brady is back? I know every team in the league is pissed off of him being back because they know he's something to deal with even at 45. Well, he's 44. He'll be 45 in August. My belief is the Green Bay Packers is my choice. Well, that was the big news the last couple of weeks. Aaron Rodgers, or last Tuesday, right, when hell all broke loose. Aaron Rodgers decided to re-sign with the Green Bay Packers for $50 million a year. Let's see here. Let's go out to Dave. Godwin deal will get done soon. I agree with that. Completely agree with that. I think that's the next one. Could be the next one. Jordan says, welcome back, Brady. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's, we got the breaking news of Ryan Jensen, but that has been the news of the night that has shocked and rocked the NFL and the Tampa Bay area. The greatest of all time, and Tom Brady is returning for his 23rd season. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go on to Dave. All these teams in the NFC South. Yeah, exactly. Dre says, why do you think Carlton wants to come back? Well, I think he would want to come back because you have the greatest of all time. But on top of that, he's comfortable in this defense. Now, if he wants to get paid top dollar by a team, I think he may have priced himself out with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do. I think if that's what he wants to do, then more than likely he's gone. And that becomes an emphasis, either in free agency or the draft. And we've seen before in Jason Light's history where he'll pick up a free agent and then he'll also focus on that in the draft. And I think, he's talked about this. We'll have the comments tomorrow. I'll get those comments up where he basically says, look, the cornerbacks in this draft at the top of the round, not great, but there's a lot of depth. So maybe they were anticipating Carlton leaving in the first place. And they're going to go and draft somebody. Maybe in the second or the third round. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Voidable years, too. They knew about Brady returning for 3 days. Sorry, Pete. My phone is wonky. That's okay. No problem, Jay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Does Gronk come back? I do. I think he comes. I think he does come back if he's healthy. And what we hear from BA and from all reports is that he's been working out at the facility for 2 days a week. So does that really sound like somebody who doesn't want to come back? Why would he leave the Bucs? You know, and this whole narrative was thrown out there by, you know, guys like Mike Florio. And I get it. He does a great job with Pro Football Talk. But he was saying Brady wants to have a graceful exit from the Bucs. Why would you want to leave the Bucs? You've got Mike Evans. You've got Chris Godwin. The two of the most professional wide receivers. And on top of it, the consistency on the field is unbelievable. You have Gronk. You know this offense. You're 2 years removed from being a Super Bowl champion. Why would you want to start all over again? I don't understand it. Who day, says Antonio. Dave says, Wirfs and Godwin played against the Rams. Tampa Bay would have another Super Bowl championship. I believe that. I'm going to go ahead and give you the woo. Woo! I agree. I absolutely agree with that. And even then, being down 27-3, you still come back and tie the game up, right? Oh, how people forget. The Bucs were right there, right? If they can make a defensive stand that last 42 seconds, which they couldn't. Hats off to Matt Stafford. Cooper Kupp, the Bucs killer himself. Still running free with that zero blitz. Don't get it, but hey, you're that close, right? All right, let's go out. So you're exactly right. I think Wirfs being in there really hurt this team. They should be able to find a replacement of free agents for JPP and Sue for cheaper that wants to play with the GOAT. That's the key. He's the top recruiter. He really is. And you would think that there will be players out there that want to come and play here for less money that he can get from that's the advantage. You know, that's the advantage the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have in this case. You know, they have Brady, the Brady effect, but also, once again, this team won 14 games total last year, 13 a franchise record. They won the NFC South. The South is down. You're 2 years removed from winning a Super Bowl. So you don't necessarily, you know, if you want to go here and win, you have an opportunity to win. You got BA, you got Byron Leftwich, you got Todd Bowles. You got an organization that's all in to win. The Glazers, they want to win at all costs. Win, win, win. Enjoy this, Tampa Bay fans in Tampa Bay. Enjoy this. This is beautiful. This is what sports is all about. And as I always talk to you, you guys deserve it. So enjoy it. All right. Let's see here. Can they find a replacement? Yes, they can. They can find a replacement. Tulio, I absolutely believe they can find a replacement for those guys. Now, the question is Sue going to come back? If Sue wants to come back, what's his price range? You know, a lot of people thought he wasn't going to come back last year. They ran it back. Maybe the Bucs want to upgrade. Maybe they want to. In fact, let's see here. Let me see if I can find something really quick here on BA talking about what they are looking for here on the draft needs. Here is BA talking about what they could look for here in the draft on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, for us right now, it's quickness. You know, we've got strength. We've got plenty of strength. We need some quickness, some interior pass rush. We've got a good outside pass rush. So for us, it's watching these guys and seeing who's inside interior pass rush, but still stout enough to stop the run. But, you know, we don't need another Vita. There's not another one out there anyway, but we need something. And if we get our guys back, I'm fine too, but something quicker in there.
All right, so something quicker in there. So did he give something away? Maybe. Maybe there's a defensive tackle there. That's what I'm saying. If you focus on this offensive line, are you drafting an offensive lineman at 27? Not me. Maybe in the later rounds. Maybe you draft a defensive tackle, a Wyatt out of Georgia. I don't think you drafted Jordan Davis because if you look at what he was saying is, we need to get quicker. We need to get after the quarterback. We didn't get after the quarterback enough. We let Matt Stafford stand back there and have a picnic all day long. Ain't going to happen. You're not going to beat good quarterbacks. We learned this from the legend himself, Mr. Leo Haggerty, former coach scout and now media member. If you let a quarterback throw where he wants, when he wants, he'll pick you apart. So you got to get stronger in that defensive area. I always talk about this. Offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. So, yes, it's important to get a replacement for Sue and a JPP if you want to replace them, if they price themselves out. I like JPP. Was he coming off an injury last year? Yeah. Did he play that well? No. Hopefully, he'll be healthy this year. I still think you have to go out and get some replacements. You got a Joe Tryon Shayenka, who you drafted as your first-round pick. You're going to have to get him more time on the field. BA, Jason Light, they talked about especially Jason Light. He's got to get better against the run. Can't just be a guy that's going to, rush the passer. You got to play the run, too, on this team because they take pride in it. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We're at the 12:30 hour here as breaking news has come down from Adam Schefter. Why am I on? Because I got nothing else to do. This is my life. This is what I do. This is the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Ryan Jensen, 3 years, $39 million, $13 million a year, a lot less than what we heard from various reports that he was going to get at least $15 to $16 million. Let's go out to Mr. Alex. Alex from Largo, welcome to the evolution. How you feeling, my friend? Tom Brady back, and now Ryan Jensen back.
What a great day, huh? Wild stuff today, huh?
It's been crazy. I've been busy.
We wake up this morning thinking we ain't got a quarterback, thinking we're gonna go after Deshaun Watson, gonna give up some draft picks, probably make
you there?
The dumb move. The guy is definitely gonna be suspended. So he's gonna miss some games. And then you come back this afternoon and we're getting the GOAT back. Yep. We get Jensen back as well. What a day, man. I woke up this morning, I didn't even see this coming. Yep. If you're, like I said earlier, if you're a Buccaneer football fan, this is a great day. This is a great day. So now we got to talk about the offensive line. Yes. Who's coming back? Who else is coming back? Who do you think? Who do you think we should grab in free agency? Do we go for somebody a little bit cheaper? There's some guys out there that want to work, guys out there that want to play. You got the GOAT back. Maybe there's some former Bucks that will take a pay cut.
As you choke up because you cannot believe the news that's happened tonight, and I get it. Look, they've got two offensive linemen that are already signed up. Erin Stinney signed for a 1-year deal. I think he's a quality replacement at left guard. And then you've got Jensen back at center. So the question for me is, now do you focus on Alex Kappa? What's his value? Does he want to lower that value to try to run it back?
Does Ali Marpette come out of retirement?
No, that's what I was said, and this is from T-Kraz, Tom Krasnicki's Twitter. He was told that from somebody in the know there, and I'll get the proper report, and that Ali Marpette would not be coming out of retirement at this juncture. So you look into, so you take a, and that front office knows what they're doing. So yeah. I have full faith. So there's going to be some, go out into free agency, get some guys who want to play, some guys would be willing to take a little less. Do you think Gronk comes back, of course? Do I think Gronk comes back? Yes, I think he comes back with the Bucs. Yes, I do.
That's good. I don't
think he plays with anybody besides Tom Brady. Period.
So, do you think Leonard Fournette comes back at the discount?
I mean, to me, he has to, unless the Bucs are looking to upgrade or draft that position. And even then, if you bring back Leonard Fournette, you still may draft that position because you can get value in the later rounds, in the second, third, fourth round. So there are some running backs out there. I know there's Florida fans out there, Dameon Pierce, who's pretty good. You may be able to go and get him.
That's a good option.
You got some other guys that the Bucs have been looking at, but of course it comes down to, once again, what do the Bucs do in free agency? If they bring back a Leonard Fournette, then running back is not a strong position.
It's not a need.
Right.
It's not a need.
Exactly.
I mean, there's some other needs that got to be filled. Like I said, is Carlton Davis coming back?
I'm sorry?
Davis, is
that I don't know. That I don't know. But maybe the Brady announcement has changed it. Once again, I think the Bucs are okay with letting him go and test the market and see what he can get. And then at that point, maybe Davis and his agent go back to the Bucs and say, this is what we got. Jason Light in turn says, this is what we got. Maybe they can come to some type of decision where they get Davis signed. But at this juncture, according to Pewter Report, they never intended to franchise him in the first place. And if they did, it would have been the $17 million. And look, to me, you had to always franchise a Godwin. You had to do it. You had to get it done. Now the key is
I still want a long-term deal done with him before the start of the season. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think in the long term it's going to save some cap space and a little bit of money. I don't know how that works. I'm not the smartest, but I think it would save a little bit of money if we get a long-term deal done versus if we, keep doing this every year. But it's been a great day for Bucs fans. I will say, as far as the Ryan Jensen deal goes, I think the Bucs got a discount. You agree?
I absolutely agree with all the reports that were coming out saying, look, he was going to get $15-16 million and he's a Pro Bowler. And look, there are teams out there, the Cincinnati Bengals being one. Antonio said it best. You want to start off with center. You want to get a guy that's coming off for Pro Bowl to protect your quarterback and a Joe Burrow. I think they would have paid that a little bit more. And I think there would have been a bad team out there like the Jets who would have overpaid. So absolutely, they got a discount.
And Pete, I told you, as after we lost that last game, and we already talking about the offseason, I said, you just start from that offensive line. No matter what quarterback is in there, it doesn't matter if it was going to be a Trask or a Watson or anything. It comes down to how much of that offensive line can you keep. And I think today's a pretty damn good start, you ask me.
I agree, and we'll have more for you here in the next couple hours, my friend. If something breaks, definitely tune in to the Evolution and don't be a stranger. We'll have a special show tomorrow, 1 o'clock lunchtime. I will chew as much as I can on my lunch. I
will be on with you, man. I absolutely love and appreciate what you're doing, man. You know that very well.
I appreciate it, man. You're the reason why I keep on saying this to all the fans. You guys are the reason why I do this. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, there you go. See you tomorrow. Good stuff there. From Alex, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's keep on reading some of these comments. Let's see. Let's go out to Christopher. Brady's going to get a win versus the Saints this year. You would hope so. Michael says the reason why there's a lot of these free agents, did they find a way to sign back with the Tampa Bay Bucs? Will the coaching staff be able to stay in place? Thank you, NFL. They will be able to stay in place with this coaching staff. That is the great news. You didn't lose a Byron Leftwich to Jacksonville or a poor team. You didn't lose a Todd Bowles. So you have your offensive coordinator back. You have your defensive coordinator back. And, of course, you got a damn good coach in BA back. And all that talk of Brady and BA having this friction and Brady was headed to San Francisco is complete and total nonsense. It is. So we'll have guests on, maybe not tomorrow 1 o'clock, but probably if we go 9 o'clock tomorrow, which we usually do on Monday and Wednesdays, we'll have some guests on to talk about it. I know there's a lot of people chopping at the bit to talk about it. Let's go out to Dave. Brady's also pissed he got screwed for the 2021 MVP. He outplayed Rodgers. Agree. Anytime a 44-year-old quarterback throws for 43 touchdowns and leads to a franchise record 13 wins, you should get the MVP, and you don't because Aaron Rodgers wins it. Mike Tackett says, does Tampa Bay address quarterback in the draft, or is Trask the starter going forward when TB12 finally retires? Great question, Mike Tackett. Thanks a lot for the response here. I absolutely believe that they think Kyle Trask is the future. The great thing to come out about this announcement tonight is that Trask doesn't have to be thrown to the wolves, if you will. You don't have to throw him into the fire. And we know with watching this team for so many years how the development of young quarterbacks is not necessarily the best. So it's always good to give Kyle Trask a second year under the greatest of all time in Tom Brady, and you're going to be able to do that. I absolutely believe that from the comments of BA and Jason Light, that they would take Trask in this draft over the quarterbacks that are coming out this year. So, yes, I believe Trask is your future. I do. Unless something completely changes, and who knows about the NFL, right? Gotta believe there's a reason why Brady came back to the Buccaneers. Brady may have chosen to stay retired if the Bucs would have not have all the coaching staff in place. Everybody takes that in perspective. Thank the NFL for not breaking the coaching staff up for the Tampa Bay Bucs being the reason why the GOAT is back. Agree on all that. Let's go out to John Stone. Can they do a Bobby Bonilla type of deal to save on cap? Well, you don't want to do a Bobby Bonilla type of deal because you have to pay him for the end of time. In fact, there's a Bobby Bonilla day. But I understand what you're saying. Kick money down the road. Yes. Can you restructure? Yes. Can you add on voidable years? Yes, you can do all that. Jason Light and Company has done that the last couple of years. Let's go out to Dave. I don't worry about the cap. The team knows how to do it. Exactly, Dave. I failed math in college. I'm not about to sit up here and tell you I know capology. I'm a capologist. I'm not. I can barely budget for myself. I go broke most of the time. We dat, not the ain'ts. Good stuff, Dave. Dave, again, if Davis leaves, Patrick Peterson might be in play for Tampa Bay for cheap. I mentioned that. I absolutely agree with that because he's familiar with BA and that defense. Absolutely. Glazer family should offer Brady some kind of ownership stake to keep him with the Bucs even after he retires. I think that's certainly possible. And why wouldn't you? If Brady wants ownership in a team, why not owning a great organization like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Why not? How could you go wrong? You can't. Antonio goes, number 1, Rodgers, number 2, Brady. Same order. Drama queen. Let's go out to John. Welcome to the instant division winner with TB12. I like it. Let me give you the Ric Flair. Woo! Good stuff there. Just out of curiosity, how many wins do you have the Bucs winning before Brady decided to come back? 7-10. 7-10. Because I don't necessarily think you're going to have a lot of wins to get that NFC South, right? Again, we talk about it. New Orleans loses their coach. You don't have a quarterback. I think they'll address that situation. Will it be Jameis Winston or somebody different? Carolina, who knows what the heck they're doing? They could be missing a lot of players in free agency themselves. They don't have a quarterback. They don't. And, Matt Ryan just restructured, but, he's playing not necessarily at the best level. He's on somewhat of a decline in their Atlanta Falcons, and you're missing your top weapons, right? I mean, not only do you not have Julio Jones, who went to the Titans last year, but now you have Calvin Ridley, who's been suspended for a whole year. And you got Kyle Pitts. So the division is definitely a winnable thing. Dave goes, defense will be the first 3 picks in this draft. Could absolutely be. John again. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. Welcome to the Evolution here on the Sports Web Live on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and, of course, Amped Up Sports. What do you have to say? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Peter Blake? This is Blackie.
What's going on, buddy? Blackie, I seen your comments there on I Love St. Pete. I appreciate it. I'll get to those in a moment, but your thoughts on a crazy day to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
It's absolutely fantastic, and I really think that we owe a lot to Ronaldo because he asked the right questions. I guess it got Brady thinking,
right.
And because he asked him if he felt like he could walk away clean or did he leave business on the table.
Yeah. Well, and the meeting yesterday with the Glazers, they must have had some type of recruiting pitch. So
exactly,
everything has changed.
I think that, we may have a few more players come back. I think that Carlton Davis, I think we can let him walk. There's enough depth in the draft that you could find somebody in second, third round. I'm just excited.
Yeah,
Brady changes everything.
Right. I mean, it really does. I mean, you go from the last couple months of uncertainty of, who's going to be the next quarterback, and the choices aren't necessarily plentiful, if you will. I mean, you're talking about Blaine Gabbert, nothing against him, but, his record speaks for itself, 13-35, although BA said he would have confidence in going with him. I mean, you got Kyle Trask, talk of Teddy Bridgewater, and then the rumor today, the strong one, was that they were going to pursue a Deshaun Watson, and I get it. Watson's a highly talented quarterback at 26 years old. But not only are you going to have to deal with the suspension possibly off the field, but also giving up multiple picks and players.
Exactly. And right now we need our picks because we need depth.
Correct.
Most of our starters are veterans that are getting up there and they're not going to keep producing. Brady is an exception to the rule, but
Yep.
I think that Trask is probably going to be the guy going forward. I was a little worried that if he had to do it this year,
Yep.
I don't think he's quite there yet, but one more year behind the GOAT, and I think they'll give him the reins next year.
Well, and that depends on if Brady's going to walk away, because I'm not ready to force him out the door yet. And if he's wanting to play and he's still playing at a high level, why not let the GOAT decide when he wants to?
Exactly. If he comes back again, obviously you let him come back. But
right.
If he decides to move on or retire again, I think Trask by the end of this year, I think he'll be ready.
Yep.
And if he's not, then we need to start looking. But they sound like they're confident in where he's at.
So who do you think the next signing is? Is it going to get? Are they going to get Chris Godwin's contract extension done there, where they free up some more money? Who do you think's next for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I think Godwin's going to get the deal done.
Right,
like you talked about all night. Brady makes things happen, and now that Brady's back, I think maybe Godwin he'll take a little less than he wanted, but he deserves big money. I mean, he's talks the talk and walks the walk. So,
yeah.
But I think that I would love to see Kappa get signed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could be done with the offensive line, other than some depth pieces. And I'm not big on Fournette. I think that there's too many options out there that we could get, for less money than he's probably going to ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you like you'd like to have the complete team back, but I just think that we need to step up in the running back position.
Yep, absolutely. And look, it depends on what they want to do and what Leonard Fournette's cap value is. If he prices himself out, he could go somewhere else, and the Bucs could definitely change that. But I still think they're going to address it, because you have to figure out if Keyshawn Vaughn is the guy. Ronald Jones is a free agent. I don't think he's coming back. It just depends on price. If Lenny wants to come back, they'll have Lenny back. If he doesn't, under a certain number, then they'll figure out that situation. And, we've heard Saquon Barkley. You have to throw it out there. What do the Giants want? He was a former first-round pick, can't stay healthy, but does the attraction of playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers draw him in, and can he make that trade, or are you just ready to go with Lenny or draft somebody? We'll see what happens here, but the next, again, 24 to 48 hours, Blackie, should be very interesting. Got to ask you, my friend. I haven't heard from you in a while. How's your health going? I'm still breathing, so I'm doing good. Well, that's good, man. Good. Definitely don't want to talk to a corpse here, but you definitely don't be a stranger here on the Evolution, all right?
All right, buddy.
Hey, you gave me my nickname. What's my nickname?
Peter Blake.
Well, I thought it was Pewter Blake.
It's Peter Blake.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Love you, brother. Hang in there, all right? We'll see you soon.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Yep.
There you go. Blackie right there calling. Longtime caller of the Sports Web. Love it. All the way from Georgia. Worldwide. As the breaking news of the night now, coming back on here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, Ryan Jensen has signed a 3-year, $39 million contract, according to Adam Schefter. $13 million a year. Looks like $26 million guaranteed. Let me go out to T-Kraz again. Great stuff from T-Kraz. Of course, he's doing a morning show for 95.3, 620, 95.3 FM. Of course, 620 WDAE. He says, Ali Marpette says in a text to me that he will not follow suit like Brady. I am not unretiring. I'm excited for the Bucs. Going to be a blast to watch. Ha ha. Marpette will not return like Brady. People can change their mind, but as of now, Marpette stays retired. That's what T-Kraz says. So he's got some relationship with Ali Marpette. Take the man at his word. So once again, the focus to me is on this offensive line. They get Aaron Stinney done on Saturday. They get Ryan Jensen done tonight. As Alex Kappa next. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Want to go out to these comments about Godwin and how important he is to BA and Light from the Combine here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Here we go. Hold on a sec. Here we go.
It's going well. He's been a special player as well for us. He's really overachieved in relation to where he was drafted and where we got him. It's hard to imagine Buccaneers offense without Chris Godwin, and love to have him back, and we'll continue to try to work towards that.
Yeah, I've only had two under before, Hines Ward and Larry Fitzgerald, so I don't really want to lose Chris. They're hard to find. Knowing Chris and the way he works, and he had good surgery, so those guys are coming back faster and faster and faster now, and I don't think that's going to be a problem at all.
All right, so there you go. Welcome back to the Evolution, and that's how much he means to their offense, and that would be Chris Godwin. And I think maybe that was the thing that maybe drew Tom Brady back. Okay, they're willing to franchise Chris Godwin at $19 million, 98 receptions coming off an injury. Let's go. Let's do it. We got all our pieces back. We got Mike Evans back. You got Chris Godwin back. You're most likely going to have Gronk back. This offense is ready to go. And you could see how important it was. And I get it. There's fans out there don't necessarily agree with it. I agree with it. The young man deserves it. Not only is he good on the field, but off the field. And you can't put a price tag on somebody being a professional wide receiver in this league, can you? Oh, yes, you can. And you should. And as I told a lot of Bucs fans, enjoy that. Because usually at that wide receiving position, you have a diva mentality, and both of those guys don't. Both of those kids don't. Very fortunate to have them. All right, let's keep on reading these comments, and then we'll get off for the night, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Could be some more breaking news. So definitely check in here on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and Amped Up Sports here on the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Let's see. Okay, so we read that. Dave says defense will be the first 3 picks of the draft, possible. Quarterback and center, extremely important, absolutely. Dave says, I think our backups for JPP did pretty good, and if Barrett does want to take a pay cut, I say trade him and pick up somebody else in the draft or free agency to save money. I'm not ready to trade Shaq Barrett. I think they will do a restructure to open up money. I think that's coming here in the next couple of days. I think that's where you look. They did it with Vita Vea. Why not do it with Shaq Barrett? Shaq Barrett's a team player. There's ways of, once again, kicking that money down the road. So I'm not ready to trade him, though. Buccaneers pretty much jump back to the top 4 teams in the league. Yeah, just that easy. Click. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. OL and DL first. Christopher Cole, Lightning just won. They just beat the Canucks. There's your update from the night. So the Lightning bounced back from last night's loss as they've been on a tough road trip. We got you all covered here. We got your March Madness, Buccaneer football, breaking news, Lightning coverage. I mean, what do you want? It's Amped Up Sports. Like and follow, of course, also I Love St. Pete, the hub, and like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Watson is crying right now. What better situation is there a quarterback than to have what TB has? 2 number 1 wide receivers and an enforcer at center. Great point. Which is why Dave, I kind of chuckled when people said, well, he's going to choose Carolina. Why? Because he's from Clemson? They stink. The Panthers stink. They have an awful offensive line. They don't have a great defense. They don't even have 2 wide receivers like the Bucs. Why would Watson want to go to Carolina? Oh, well, because they got picks and they got players. Yeah, that they're going to give up, so they're going to be that much worse for Watson. Does that make sense? Know about that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I don't, of course you get Watson, you're a better team, but I don't think you're a better team than the Bucs. Sorry, I think the Bucs are the overwhelming favorite in this division. Just having the GOAT come out of retirement and rejoin Tampa Bay Buccaneers will help for years to come with cap space and also culture in general. This is one thing that BA talked about and Jason Light talked about a couple years ago when Tom Brady came aboard, that culture would live on. It's an interesting scenario to think that, maybe they do offer Tom Brady after he's done playing, which he's not tonight, a minority stake in this ownership. It's an interesting possibility. Let's see. Trask has always sat behind other quarterbacks, high school, college, and now the pros. Then when given the chance, he produces. I love he gets at least another year to absorb knowledge. Aaron Rodgers, great point. Aaron Rodgers sat, I believe, about 3 years. And when he sat for the Packers, he sat behind Brett Favre. So you're exactly right. Dave says, I'm not too worried about the Saints. Remember, Alvin Kamara might be going to jail. He definitely will be suspended by Roger Goodell. Absolutely. Agree. Let's go out to Christopher Cole here. Godwin should get a Gallup type of deal. Certainly possible. Of course, the market has been set by Mike Williams of the LA Chargers, who have been busy this offseason. Could be getting busier with possibly J.C. Jackson on their radar, the corner from New England, paying him big-time money. But it seems like they're trying to improve their team overnight with the trade of Khalil Mack. But you're right. You get a Gallup or a Mike Williams type of deal, $20 million. They'll be able to work that out. Tampa Bay Buccaneers sign a receiver like Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson to pair with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. That would be the best receiving core in the NFL. Garrett Wilson to pair with Chris Olave, Mike Evans. Okay. Certainly possible if you don't address that in free agency, right? If you focus on offensive line, you get that taken care of, then yes, you can focus on other positions of need. Dave says Godwin is a superstar, future Hall of Famer, just like Mike. Doesn't get the love because TB isn't a big market team. Great quote. Von Miller or Chandler Jones, certainly possible, right? I mean, you would say Von Miller has somewhat of a relationship with Tom Brady. So maybe you can draw him in. And he can take less money to come here. You know why? Because you have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. That's the reason why you can get players to take less money for a year. Andrew, Full Bear, the big board. How we feeling, Peter B? Feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a crazy night here. Let's go out to David. The news just gets better and better. Absolutely. Blackie says Ronaldo asked him yesterday if he felt like he left the business on the table or could he walk away clean. Pewter Blake, 2024, having me run for president of the United States. That's a big job. Can we get the gas prices down, please? Jeez. Trask will take over next season, depending on if Brady wants to walk away. Let's go out to David. Peter, you're doing a hell of a job, man. Another great show. Thank you, my friend. Let me give you the Rick. Woo! Let me also give you the Byron.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Yeah, baby. Let's go out to Dave. Pat P to Tampa Bay. If Davis doesn't return, certainly a possibility. Again, you're going to see this influx, if you will, of possible free agents headed to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Why? Because the greatest of all time is coming back for his 23rd season, and because this team still has talent. Make no mistake about it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are even more dangerous than they were than last season. They are on a mission. And they are motivated. And there's no reason to think that the Bucs are not going to go all in. The Glazers know what they're doing. Jason Light knows what they're doing. I told you, have faith. Have faith in this team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been a small market team the last now 3 years, or I think he's saying small market team or a big market team because of the GOAT. The Dirty Birds, Kitty Cats, and Saints are still searching for their first Super Bowl. Laugh out loud. Saints have a Super Bowl, yes, but it was way back in 2009, 2010 there? Beating the Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning. Remember being at that Radio Row. Good stuff there. Let's go out to I Love St. Pete. Let's see if there's any more comments. If there's no more comments or no more phone calls, I'm going to wrap it up for the end of the night here. But once again, we got no more comments. We will be here tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock getting you ready for these rumors that are about to come out because free agency is going to start in that legal tampering period. And Bucs fans, don't lose your mind because there are some rumors that are going to come out with some signings. The agents are going to be able to talk to their teams, and we'll see how that transpires. And, of course, Wednesday, that will be the start of the new year. We'll see what happens with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If anything breaks at all, you know I got you right here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Like I Love St. Pete, like The Hub, like Amped Up Sports. Please like Amped Up Sports because what we got planned here in the next couple months is absolutely going to blow your mind. And, of course, like and subscribe to the Sports Web. And if you want to donate some money, feel free to do that also here on the Evolution. Let's continue to read comments, and then we'll get out of here for the night. Laugh out loud. Forget the Saints. had one other than that. They still suck. The GOAT season. Dave, great job, Peter, as always. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you, Shaq and Vaughn on the field at the same time. Ooh, baby. That is a scary thought. All right, so guys, once again, Tom Brady is returning for his 23rd season. And now, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, Ryan Jensen has re-signed with the Bucs, 3 years, $39 million, $13 million a year. Three things will end it off for the night. Have a good night, Bucs fans. Are you excited? Are you ready? Let's do it. Remember it, there's a quiz afterwards. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Have a great night.
Hey, Stan Arthur here for the I Love St. Pete Facebook group. If you're a business owner looking to connect with tens of thousands of potential new local customers, you owe it to yourself to get enrolled in our Key Tag Rewards program. Since 2019, we've signed up more than 200 local merchants. Sponsor opportunities are available too, such as our group banner ad and even your own custom key tags. Just go to stpetekeytag.com, get enrolled, and get ready to get busy.